Hi, I'm Dr. John, and today we're tackling a surprising truth that many seniors don't realize, especially when it comes to a snack that's often considered healthy. Did you know that nearly 70% of older adults are regularly eating certain nuts that may quietly be harming their health? These seemingly healthy snacks can fuel chronic inflammation, accelerate muscle loss, and even raise harmful cholesterol levels. Over time, this can gradually drain your strength, making everyday tasks like walking, climbing stairs, or simply staying independent far more difficult. What's truly alarming is that many of these nuts are widely promoted as heart-friendly, keto-approved, or full of healthy fats. But behind the glossy labels and health claims, some of these popular options can quietly trigger inflammation, worsen joint pain, and disrupt your cholesterol balance. They can even put extra strain on your heart and slowly impact your memory and cognitive function. And there's one nut in particular, we'll get to it shortly, that has been directly linked to elevated blood sugar, a greater risk of type 2 diabetes, and even weakened bone health when consumed too frequently. The scariest part? This nut is a regular in most seniors' snack drawers and continues to be recommended in popular low-carb diets. But don't worry. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which 5 nuts seniors should avoid, starting with the ones causing the most silent damage. And just as important, I'll show you the 5 healthiest nuts you should be eating instead. The ones that help protect your brain, lower inflammation, and keep your muscles strong and active well into your golden years. So if you're over 60 like I am, or if you're caring for someone who is, this might be one of the most important nutrition videos you'll watch all year. And make sure to stay tuned until the very end, because nut number 4 contains a hidden compound almost no one talks about, but it could be a silent killer. Let's begin with the nuts you should avoid, starting with one that most people have never been warned about. Let's continue with nut number 3, macadamia nuts. These rich, buttery nuts may feel like a healthy indulgence, but for older adults, macadamia nuts can quietly undermine your strength and mobility. They're unusually high in fat, but low in both protein and fiber, 2 nutrients that aging muscles desperately need to stay strong and supported. Without enough protein and fiber, your body struggles to repair and rebuild tissue. This leads to weaker legs, longer recovery times, and a gradual decline in strength, which can impact everything from your balance to your ability to stay independent. Because they're so calorie-dense, macadamias can also contribute to weight gain, especially if you're less active, and every extra pound puts more pressure on your joints, increasing the strain on your knees, hips, and lower back, making walking, climbing stairs, or getting in and out of a chair more difficult over time. And that's not all. Many store-bought macadamias are roasted in inflammatory oils and heavily salted, 2 ingredients known to worsen joint stiffness, elevate blood pressure, and disrupt circulation in older adults. But macadamia nuts aren't the only sneaky danger. Let's talk about nut number 4, pine nuts. They're small, delicate, and often seen sprinkled over fancy salads or blended into pesto. But don't let their size fool you. Pine nuts can carry surprising risks, especially for seniors. One of the biggest concerns is how pine nuts may interact with common medications. These tiny seeds can impact how your body processes blood pressure medications, cholesterol-lowering statins, and even drugs that regulate circulation and heart rhythm. These interactions can lead to unexpected spikes in blood pressure, irregular heartbeats, or dangerous clotting issues, particularly in seniors who are managing multiple prescriptions. In fact, a 2022 review, published in Frontiers in Nutrition, identified a compound called pinolenic acid, found in pine nuts, that may alter how the liver breaks down medications. This can silently throw off your treatment plan without you or your doctor realizing it. What makes this even more concerning is how rarely pine nuts are mentioned on dietary caution lists. Most people don't suspect them, but the risks are real. Pine nuts are also linked to a strange condition called pine mouth, where you develop a persistent metallic or bitter taste that makes everything you eat or drink taste unpleasant. For seniors who already have low appetite or difficulty maintaining weight, this can reduce food intake even more, leading to malnutrition, muscle loss, and slower recovery from illness or injury. And there's more. Pine nuts are rich in polyunsaturated fats, which oxidize quickly and produce damaging compounds as they age. These compounds can accelerate brain aging, clog arteries, and intensify joint pain. And the older the nuts are, the worse the effects. Finally, their small, slippery shape poses a choking hazard, especially for seniors dealing with dry mouth or reduced chewing strength, both of which become more common with age. So while pine nuts may look gourmet and healthy, they may quietly be undermining your medication safety, brain health, and nutritional intake, all in a single bite. Now, before we move on, here's a bright spot. Not all nuts are harmful. In fact, there's one powerhouse nut that can actually help restore strength, support memory, and protect your heart as you age. I'll reveal that one shortly. But first, we need to talk about nut number 5, cashews, which may be the most deceptively dangerous nut of them all, especially for your bones. Cashews are creamy, filling, and often marketed as a heart-healthy snack. But what many seniors don't realize is that cashews are high in oxalates, natural compounds that bind to calcium in your digestive tract, making it harder for your body to absorb this vital mineral. Without adequate calcium, bones become weaker and more brittle over time, a serious issue as bone density naturally declines with age. Even a small reduction in calcium absorption can raise your risk of fractures, balance problems, and mobility loss, issues that can lead to long recoveries or even life-altering falls. But that's not the only issue. Cashews contain more carbohydrates than most other nuts. That means they can cause sharp blood sugar spikes, which are especially dangerous for seniors managing prediabetes or diabetes. Over time, those spikes can damage the tiny blood vessels in your legs and feet, leading to poor circulation, numbness, and slow healing wounds. Cashews can also raise your risk of kidney stones. That's because the same oxalates that interfere with calcium can crystallize in the kidneys, especially if you're not drinking enough fluids, a common issue for many older adults. And let's not forget texture. Cashews are dense and smooth, which makes them a choking risk for anyone with dry mouth, dental issues, or reduced chewing strength, all common with aging. So while cashews may look like a luxurious and harmless treat, they can quietly contribute to bone loss, nerve damage, kidney problems, and more. The good news? For every nut that harms, there's a nut that helps. And in just a moment, I'll be revealing 5 of the best nuts for seniors, including the one I recommend adding to your diet immediately. One nut in particular is packed with powerful compounds that boost memory, protect the heart, and support strong legs as you age. So here it is, 5 nuts I recommend every senior add to their diet. Starting with number 1. 1. Chestnuts. Unlike most nuts, chestnuts are low in fat and high in complex carbs and fiber. That means they provide steady, long-lasting energy without weighing you down. They help keep you full, aid digestion, and support a healthy metabolism, ideal for staying active as you age. Chestnuts also offer a rare nutritional bonus. They're rich in vitamin C, a nutrient you don't usually find in nuts. Along with vitamin E and potent antioxidants, chestnuts help reduce inflammation, protect muscle tissue, and support immune health. In one study, regular chestnut consumption was linked to better blood sugar control and lower LDL cholesterol, a win for heart and metabolic health. They're delicious roasted, ground into flour, or chopped into rice and pasta dishes. Just be sure to store them in the fridge in an airtight container. Chestnuts are more perishable than other nuts. Personally, I love roasting them and mixing them into warm grain bowls. It's simple, tasty, and incredibly nourishing. What about you? Let me know in the comments how you enjoy chestnuts. 2. Almonds. Almonds are more than just a crunchy snack. They're one of the best daily habits a senior can build. They're rich in calcium, magnesium, and healthy fats, which support everything from your bones and muscles to your heart and memory. As we age, bone density naturally declines, but almonds offer strong protection. They supply calcium to strengthen bones and magnesium to help your body use that calcium effectively, guiding it into your bones, not your arteries. Almonds also help preserve muscle mass, thanks to their plant protein and monounsaturated fats, a vital combo for preventing weakness, falls, and frailty. In a long-term study published in the Journal of Nutrition, older adults who regularly ate nuts like almonds had higher physical function scores and lower rates of frailty than those who didn't. They're also a good source of fiber, easing constipation and bloating, two common energy drainers in seniors. And their heart-healthy fats help lower LDL cholesterol and improve circulation, reducing stroke risk. Don't forget, the brown skin on almonds is packed with antioxidants that help shield your brain from age-related decline, preserving memory and clarity. If you're looking for one nut that supports your bones, muscles, heart, digestion, and brain, almonds are a true all-rounder. 3. Walnuts. Walnuts might just be the most poetic nut because they actually look like little brains. And fittingly, they're one of the best foods for senior brain health. The key lies in ALA, alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid found abundantly in walnuts. ALA helps keep brain cells flexible, resilient, and connected, which supports memory, focus, and coordination as we age. Walnuts are also rich in polyphenols, powerful antioxidants that reduce brain inflammation and oxidative stress. These antioxidants are special. They can cross the blood-brain barrier to protect neurons from damage linked to memory loss and cognitive decline. In one study published in the Journal of Nutrition, Health, and Aging, seniors who regularly ate walnuts performed better on memory and processing tests than those who didn't. But the benefits go beyond the brain. Walnuts contain arginine, an amino acid that improves blood flow, getting more oxygen to your muscles and brain for better strength and endurance. As a bonus, they even contain a natural source of melatonin, which can help improve sleep quality, an essential factor for energy, clarity, and mood. Just a small handful a few times a week can help support your mind, movement, and sleep, all from one humble nut. 4. Brazil nuts. Brazil nuts may not be as common as almonds or walnuts, but they're one of the most powerful nuts for hormonal health and strength. They're incredibly rich in selenium, a mineral essential for healthy thyroid function. And your thyroid controls metabolism, energy levels, and muscle maintenance, 3 areas that become more difficult to manage with age. Just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts a day can meet your selenium needs. Studies show that seniors with healthy thyroid levels tend to have better muscle mass, stronger coordination, and improved immune function. Brazil nuts may also help support testosterone levels in both men and women, critical for maintaining muscle strength and bone density as we age. To get the benefits safely, stick with raw, unsalted Brazil nuts and limit yourself to 2 or 3 per day. Too much selenium can be harmful over time. They're a great midday snack or can be chopped into oatmeal or yogurt for a nutrient-rich boost. 5. Pistachios. If you've been told to cut back on salt, you might think snacking on nuts is off the table. But pistachios are different, and they're one of the best nuts for heart health, mobility, and vision. Unlike salty processed snacks, pistachios are naturally high in potassium, which helps counteract sodium and support healthy blood pressure. Better blood flow means stronger circulation, healthier arteries, and more oxygen to your muscles, keeping you steady on your feet and full of energy. Pistachios are also rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, 2 carotenoids that protect your eyes from age-related macular degeneration. Maintaining clear vision isn't just about seeing. It also helps prevent falls, improve coordination, and preserve independence. And like other heart-healthy nuts, pistachios provide a steady balance of plant protein and healthy fats, giving you energy without a blood sugar crash. Even the act of cracking open pistachio shells supports hand-eye coordination and fine motor skills, an often overlooked way to stay sharp as we age. In a clinical study published in Hypertension, adults who ate pistachios daily saw a significant drop in systolic blood pressure, a benefit tied directly to their potassium and antioxidant content. If you want a colorful, satisfying snack that supports your heart, vision, brain, and mobility, pistachios are hard to beat. In summary, choosing the right nuts can make a real difference for your memory, strength, energy, and long-term health. But food alone isn't always enough. If you're serious about improving your eyesight, especially as you age, don't miss this next video. It shares powerful strategies you can use starting today. Click now to watch it.